Hey YouTube, Onyx ATX here with the part 3 of my little AR pistol series. And this one was done yesterday out at the range. I'm shooting at 50 and 100 yards. It does go out to 250, but for this video I kind of stayed at the end away from everybody, as this is a rifle range and they were kind enough to let me use a pistol on it, which, you know, check into your local range and make sure that's okay with the RSO before you start doing it, since technically AR pistols, you know, are not long guns. You definitely want to show the respect of asking before you do something, and if it's not busy and you're responsible and courteous, chances are they'll let you run the pistol on the rifle range. Also, it's important to note that recently the ATF did make a statement in a letter saying that if you essentially saying that if you shoulder the buffer tube and you are using it like an SBR, then it can be considered intent for an SBR. So certainly check into local and federal laws on that, and that's why you see in this video that I only am using the disabled buffer tube for a cheek weld, which helps quite a bit with getting on target, but it is a little bit unmanageable at times. And you can also see that that the muzzle flip is kind of ridiculous, and this does have a very significant amount of recoil, just due to a very short barrel and no stock. That being said, you know, in a lot of these you can see I flinch a little bit, and it's not because of the audio, you know, it's just obnoxiously loud, but more so because your nose and teeth are a few inches from the charging handle. And if you look kind of here, you can see that that my face is pretty far back on the buffer tube. However, that thing does come kind of close, and it's a bit intimidating. My first, you know, magazine worth or so for the day, it did take me about that to kind of get desensitized to the charging handle coming back at my face. So, you know, with that and recommendations, I definitely will be putting something different than the A2 birdcage on there, just to kind of get that a little bit under control, because it is, you know, difficult to deal with. It ran flawlessly, aside from one issue that absolutely was my fault. I did something stupid and it told me it didn't like it, but again, that was user error, certainly not the pistol's fault. We are up to about 400 rounds, and it just keeps running better and better each time with it. So I am pretty happy with this build and the way it functions. It's quite a bit more accurate than I really suspected, for the barrel being as short as it is. Excuse me, stumbled over my words there. It does shoot with range ammo about 1.5 MOA, not taking my time. I'm sure with better optics it might be able to get under MOA. Just pretty good. You know, I'm impressed. I figured 2 or 3 MOA, but it is shooting much more accurately than that. It also shoots pretty big fireballs, which is an added bonus on top of the 5.56 or 2.23 round coming out of the barrel there.
Don't know. I probably will get my stand at it. I'm pretty good at it. That's what I think. I like running